Yeah, welcome back, everybody. It's your boy Real Talk Live Sports, aka the Ghetto Stephen A. Man, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like the video. If you don't, still show love, man. Always good to have love in your heart. David Benavidez, Ronald Ellis, March 13th, going down, man. You know what I'm saying? David Benavidez, a problem. Lost his title on the scales against Alexis Angulo, but he wound up stopping Angulo in the 10th round. Easy work. David Benavidez is nice. Ronald Ellis wound up stopping Korobov in the 5th round of his last fight, which was a victory. Now, tell of the tape real quick, fight fans. Benavidez, I think he'll stop Canelo, but we'll get into that in a second. David Benavidez is perfect record, 23-0, 20 knockouts. Stands at 6'1 and a half, reach 77 inches. As I said, last fight win against Alexis Angulo. Ronald Ellis, 18-1-2, 12 knockouts. Height 5'10, reach same 77. Last fight, as I said, Medvedev, Korobov, win. Now, let's talk about the fight. David Benavidez is going to beat the hell out of Ronald Ellis. David Benavidez is a problem. For a big guy, 6'1", 6'1 and a half, almost 6'2". Very nice reach. David Benavidez, no, he moves well, but he has one of the best punch selections that I've seen in boxing, especially for him to be a big guy. Not as far as girth, but as far as height. Now, if he fights Canelo, he will be the bigger guy in that fight. And that's one thing Canelo is used to doing, beating up the bigger guy. But as you have seen, when Canelo fights these bigger guys, they don't utilize their advantages of having that height, of having that reach. You know what I'm saying? But David Benavidez, I think he will be a whole lot different from what Canelo is used to. David Benavidez has went on record as not only saying that he wants to fight, but he said that he is the only person that he believes that can beat Saul Canelo Alvarez. Now, I'm not going to say he's probably the only person that can beat Canelo, but I most certainly will say that I think he can beat Canelo Alvarez. David Benavidez has a nice jab. He throws a nice inside left hook, throws a nice check left hook. And for a guy his size, he not only can double up on it, he can double up and triple up on it. You know what I'm saying? And I think as far as him facing Canelo Alvarez, that's one of the things that Canelo Alvarez always does. He always winds up attacking the bigger guy, making the bigger guy wind up fighting on the back foot. So if you're the bigger guy and Canelo is pressing you and he has you moving back, he's taking away your advantages. He's taking away your jab. You know what I'm saying? By him closing in on that distance, that's actually adding power to his shots. You know what I'm saying? So David Benavidez, if he faces Canelo Alvarez, I believe that will not only be a good fight, but I believe it will be super explosive. I believe that David Benavidez will let his hands go. And I believe that he'll wind up catching Canelo with some shots. As good as Canelo's upper body movement is, in order to get past that, you have to throw punches. You have to be a busy puncher. You have to be good on your feet. Benavidez possesses these attributes. More importantly, David Benavidez, he possesses heart. I don't think he's afraid of Canelo. Canelo be taking the spirit out of these guys. Get on some Mortal Kombat type of situation, man. Like he's Shang Tsung. He be taking the soul of his competitors. You know what I'm saying? Making them quit. Making them basically forget their game plan once they step into the ring. I think it'll be a totally different animal if he faces David Benavidez, fight fans. Talk Nation, salute. Like the video. Subscribe while you at it. I'm telling you, David Benavidez, if he catches Canelo with a shot, He throws punches in bunches. So if he's able to hurt Canelo Alvarez, which not many people have done, Canelo really hasn't been surprised and caught off guard since he has fought Floyd Money Mayweather. So if David Benavidez can come in there and catch Canelo, hurt Canelo, I believe he can possibly stop Canelo. Because as I said, he will be the bigger guy. And David Benavidez has the ability to compact his style, meaning he's the bigger guy, but he can shorten himself, get busy, you know what I'm saying, with a shorter fighter. Sometimes a lot of bigger guys, as far as height, you know what I mean, they don't know how to do that, you know what I mean? So they utilize their jab, they may utilize certain shots, but they do not know how to compact their style and get off punches. David Benavidez knows how to do that. So if he can hurt Canelo, I believe, because he has also the power. Don't get it twisted, ladies and gentlemen. The only reason why he lost his belts is because he was a few pounds overweight once he fought Alexis Angulo. David Benavidez is the real deal. He's championship caliber material, ladies and gentlemen. Don't get it twisted. If he fights Canelo and hurts him, I'm telling you, he has the possibility to get Canelo up out of there. But don't get it twisted. Canelo can wind up hurting him as well. But back to Ronald Ellis, man. Like I said, I haven't heard too much about Ronald Ellis, man. I watched, some highlights of a couple of fights and how he looked against Korobov. It wasn't super explosive, you know what I'm saying? Korobov was pretty much done, you know what I mean? Wind up, you know what I'm saying, quitting. Corner did not, let him come out in the 5th round. But Ronald Ellis didn't show me anything super explosive that will let me believe that he stands a chance once he steps into the ring March 13th on Showtime, and he faces David Benavidez. I did not see anything from Ronald Ellis that would say, you know what, he got a chance. He got a possibility that he could hurt or stop Benavidez. I did not see that personally, fight fans. Talk Nation, salute. But I always give people credit, especially the underdog, because this is boxing. If you catch somebody at the right time, the right shot, you can hurt anybody. You can knock anybody out in a fight. That's how upsets happen. So I always give fighters that credit. But if David Benavidez comes out on his A game, because he has been training, he spent some time over there at RGBA. Shout out to Mikey Garcia, Robert Garcia, Papa Garcia, whole RGBA team. Shout out, man. Very good camp. You know what I'm saying? But he spent some time over there putting in some work. David Benavidez, he's ready to get back at it. And he's ready to be champion once again. That has to be a very stinging feeling, man, once you lose your championship title over a few pounds. You know what I'm saying? Tank Davis did it, but he came back and got it back. David Benavidez is on that same path. You know what I'm saying? He's looking to get his championship titles back. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that Ronald Ellis is in serious jeopardy of getting knocked out. He's possibly going to get stopped in this fight. And it ain't going to be pretty. Because if he hurts Ronald Ellis, this is David Benavidez, he's going to beat the hell out of Ronald Ellis. Especially if he's able to get him in the corner, get him on the ropes. And for what I've seen from Ronald Ellis, his footwork isn't super explosive. And David Benavidez, him being a taller fighter, I believe his footwork is better than Ronald Ellis. So he's going to pin Ellis on the ropes and he's going to beat the hell out of Ronald Ellis. He's going to wind up stopping Ronald Ellis. And I believe that he's going to do this, fight fans, in under 7 rounds. He's possibly going to knock Ronald Ellis out, I'll say by round 4. If he gets Ronald Ellis' pace, timing down within the first 1 to 2 rounds, and he fills Ronald Ellis out, and just to say Ronald Ellis is lucky enough to catch Benavidez with a shot, with a power shot, and David Benavidez really isn't affected by that, that's going to make him emboldened. That's going to make him take a couple of chances. And I guarantee you, he may wind up knocking Ronald Ellis out by the 4th round. Long term, he may stop him in another 7. That's my prediction. This fight ain't going 12 rounds. If this fight goes 12 rounds, big salute. I'll take my hat off to Ronald Ellis. and David Benavidez has to go back to the drawing board. But how I think and believe that David Benavidez is condition-wise, where he's at mentally right now in his career, I believe he's going to destroy Ronald Ellis inside of 7 rounds. Possibility of knocking Ronald Ellis out from round 1 to round 4. David Benavidez possesses great power, has great range, has good movement, and the fact that he has long range like that, he throws very, very, very good punches on the inside. He, as I said, he can compact his shots. Not everybody can do that, especially a fighter that has height and size. Everybody can't do that. And it takes a very gifted fighter not only to be able to do that, but in order to be able to throw and get off combinations. David Benavidez, man, he's on record, man, for letting go 5, 6, 7 punch combinations, man. For a super middleweight, 77-inch arm reach, almost 6'2", that's incredible. So if he faces Canelo Alvarez, ladies and gentlemen, if he faces Canelo Alvarez and he hurts Canelo Alvarez, he has the possibility of getting Canelo up out of there. But don't get it twisted. Can't take anything from Canelo. Pound for pound, possibly the best fighter on the planet besides Terrence Bud Crawford. Canelo can also hurt Benavidez. Canelo can also get Benavidez out of there if he hurts him. So this ain't no Benavidez show when it comes to Canelo. You know what I'm saying? No, Canelo was still the truth. He's nice. You know what I'm saying? But as far as somebody having the ability to stop Canelo, I believe that David Benavidez has the tools in order to do so. He will beat the hell out of Ronald Ellis. He will get rid of him. And his next fight, I don't know who that'll be, but if he gets Ronald Ellis up out of there, possibly, I believe maybe he should go after the Caleb Plant fight. He has a good chance of knocking Caleb Plant off also. And I like Caleb Plant. But Billy Joe Saunders has talent, one of the shining stars over there in the UK. But I think Canelo, he's going to beat Billy Joe Saunders. You have to see what kind of condition Billy Joe Saunders is going to come into the fight, because sometimes Billy Joe is a little bit up and down when it comes to the conditioning, when it comes to how he looks in fights. It really is not consistent. And see, facing Canelo, that is a big thing, because you can say what you want about Canelo Alvarez, but he consistently comes into fights in top condition, in the best shape, and he doesn't necessarily look the same in each fight. So Benavidez, I give him that credit, except for when he lost his titles on the scale versus Angulo, but he was off by a few pounds, you know what I'm saying? But I believe that he learned his lesson, and he's not going to, quote unquote, go back down memory lane and let that happen again, especially if he's trying to become champion again, and he's still young. So that should be very scary for Canelo Alvarez. But if David Benavidez is victorious once he fights Ronald Ellis, I believe that he should possibly face Caleb Plant next. After Caleb Plant, Canelo. Because if Canelo gets rid of Billy Joe Saunders after that, who you gonna face? Boo Boo Andre? I don't think so. He should. Who you gonna face? Charlo? I don't think so, but he should. But after that, I think he should give Benavidez a shot. So let's just see how things play out, fight fans. So I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you like the video, man, give it a thumbs up. Share on your social platforms, Facebook. I'm going to catch you guys on the next one, man. See you guys next round. But before you do that, just remember, stay blessed, stay motivated, protect yourself at all times, guard up, and mask up. And I'm going to catch you guys next round. Talk Nation, stand up, salute, peace.